Getting started with the SMPTE practice files.
For today's example, we will be using the Jesse Malin song, New York Lights. The MP3 is demo track 3 on HiWire Prompter's website. After downloading demo track 3, New York Lights, import it into a DAW, Ableton, Logic, Pro Tools. You'll notice that each stereo track contains the SMPTE signal panned 100% to the left and the audio track panned 100% to the right. For today's purposes, I will be using a stereo audio track and a stereo SMPTE signal. Once we import the audio track, New York Lights, into Ableton, we need to note the duration of the song. As you can see, it's 3 minutes and 53 seconds. It's important to note this because we have to know the length of the LTC timecode to print from the LTC website. We need to round up to the nearest minute in these cases. The song is 3 minutes and 53 seconds, then we will print a 4-minute time code. This is important because if the signal dissipates before the end of the song, we will not be able to get signal in HiWire Prompter to program the ending of the song. We will show you that shortly. Now we're back in Ableton or whatever DAW you choose to use. On one track, we have the LTC SMPTE timecode, printed 4 minutes, rounded up for the length of the song because the song is 3 minutes, 53 seconds. And we have our demo track, New York Lights. Notice that there is a slight gap from the LTC SMPTE time signal to the beginning of the audio track. And keep in mind, the audio track is representative. It could be numerous backing tracks, MIDI instruments, whatever you might use for playback purposes. This gap is there, and you'll see later on in HiWire, to account for count-offs and to account for the prompter screen to roll slightly before the beginning of the song. This is also common for lighting cues when using SMPTE, and I'll show you later on why this is important when using the prompter software HiWire.
All right, let's summarize what we've done so far. We have 3 tracks in Ableton. We have the SMPTE time code, which is at 4 minutes in length. That's rounded up from the 3 minutes and 53 seconds that the New York Lights track is. Again, we have the New York Lights track in track 2. I'm labeling it reference track. And then I also have a third track here, which is called a basic slate. For playback purposes, this is going to have the click as well as the slate, which is naming the name of the song and then giving a count off to the beginning of where the audio is. Notice, as I just mentioned, that the LTC timecode will be starting at the beginning of the slate. I'm going to give you an example and just press play here. And this is basically what we want set up when we're integrating the time code, the backing tracks, and the slate or the count in and click. Here we go, pressing play.
New York Lights.
1, 2, 3, 4.